What's up everyone? I hope all is well and welcome to my channel. In the first video I did, I talked about my Agency Arms Gen 4 Glock 19, and let me say that gun is amazing. If you have the means and you're looking to upgrade your Glock, I highly recommend Agency Arms. They do amazing work. The build came out amazing. The gun is a completely different gun now, and everything on it I love. It just is very good quality, good attention to details. Again, I can't say enough. There will be a follow-up video to that, how it shoots and everything. I think I've only got about 600 rounds through it right now. I haven't really been able to get out as much as I like, so stay tuned for a follow-up video to how it shoots and what my thoughts are on it now that I've had it for a while. But in that first video I did on the Agency Arms Glock, I said that I think I have the most amazing holster out on the market, and I really believe that I do. The holster I'm talking about is made by Mike over at Last Line of Defense. So I'm sure if you're checking out my channel, most of you probably already checked Mike out and probably have seen the holster I'm talking about. But for those of you who have not, definitely get over and check out Last Line of Defense's channel. He's an awesome guy. He's got great content on his channel on guns, gear, EDC items, the quest for the best tactical pants, which I'm on as well, trying to figure that out. But yeah, definitely get over there and check him out. Lots of good stuff over there at Last Line of Defense. I tried out a couple of holsters before I found Mike. I checked out a bunch of friends' holsters, watched dozens of videos on YouTube on different holsters, and lucky for me, I found Mike when I did and didn't waste my money on a whole bunch of holsters. I think I only bought like 2 or 3 holsters before I found Mike. I can't really speak to a lot of the other holsters that are out on the market right now, and I really have no need to go buy one. And the cost is quite expensive for most of these holsters, as most of you know. When you're looking at, you know, anywhere from 100 to I guess 150, 160 bucks for most of these holsters. So if somebody really wants to send me one to review, I'll be more than happy to review it and give my honest opinions on it. But you know what, let's go ahead and just get into this and check this holster out. Let's do a tabletop on it. So I can't say enough about how much I love this holster. It is so perfect. It's minimal, it's sleek, very high quality. And the first thing I noticed was the little attention to detail and the quality of this holster, especially for one that's not being mass produced by a bigger company. A little background is Mike started making this holster from a user standpoint after being disappointed with so many others that he tried on the market. So he's not just, you know, cranking out holsters to make money. This started out just for him. It's his own personal holster that he uses every day, and it has evolved into what we have here today. You know, his viewers saw it in his videos and they asked for it, and he was kind enough to make and share these with his viewers on a as asked for basis. So a little bit about the holster. It's a .08 kydex, which to me is the perfect thickness. It's not too thin like some of the .06 ones that I've seen out there, and I haven't really seen them, but I'm assuming that there are some .10, which probably would be, I feel like, too thick. So yeah, this is a nice thickness. As you can see, it is a 2-piece design. You have a front side and a back. Those are joined together by these rivets here, and also the retention screws, which we'll get into in a little bit. Something that's really nice is all the excess is cut away. Let's see here, I got actually one from my 26 here. All the excess is cut away, so it follows the lines of the gun very nice all the way around. Nothing extra to be sticking out, especially down here in these areas here. So this like V shape of it really fits nicely into your pants and doesn't dig into your legs when you're moving around. All the edges, they're rounded, they're smoothed out and rounded over. There is not a sharp edge anywhere on this holster. There we go. I mean, it is very, very nicely done all the way around. The thing that I really like is that he incorporates this curve into the holster. It really bends to the body. I think he was one of the first to incorporate this curve in the design, along with the one-piece non-detachable mag caddy. The whole holster has a real extremely ergonomic bend, and it contours to the body really nice, which makes it much more comfortable and aids in the concealability as well by pushing the grip into the body with this curve. So I'll try and insert some B-roll of me wearing it and showing that. But yeah, it's really nice. And there's no need for any claw or anything sticking off the side, or a wedge, which both take up real estate in your pants and take away from the comfort and the ease of putting it on and taking it off anyway. And what's really nice is you don't need to go up a pant size just to accommodate the holster. Something else is having the mag caddy attached permanently really aids not only in the bend, giving more concealability, but making it more comfortable. And the real nice thing is you don't have to find extra room in your pants for an additional mag caddy, or risk leaving it at home because it's not convenient or you just plain forgot. I mean, we all know we should always carry a second mag for that added ammo. Really, the other big thing is the possibility of a malfunction. Having that extra mag to switch out to would be super beneficial. And to quote Mike, this holster is built for people who carry their gun every day but don't want to feel like they're carrying a shovel in their pants. And I can again say, with the way, you know, just the way that this bends to your body and the way the V is in it, especially even with the light. I thought having this light on was really gonna change the way the comfort was, because I was so used to like something like this that just really just sat right down in there, and it's perfect. This one, I will say, a little bit more comfortable because you don't have that little bit of extra with the light, but again, no problems at all with the light either. Something else that's kind of nice, a little extra touch that he added here is, I don't know if it'll pick it up on here, but there are some flares right here and right here as well on the magazine and on the firearm side. What's nice about that is it gives it a nice little channel, almost like a flared mag well, to aid in the ease of reholstering your gun, which I really like. I thought that was a nice little added touch. He also offers your choice of sweat guards, and I think on both of mine, I would say I always kind of go with the full or mid to high sweat guard on there. I like it. It covers up the serrations and stuff in the back, keeps the metal off of your skin and the sweat off of your gun, which is nice. And all of them will be RMR compatible. I mean, if you look here, like you can see that this should not interfere at all with having your RMR on there, and plenty of room in between for the RMR, which I do have, and I will put it on, and I can show you in a later video. Unfortunately, I just didn't have the screws yet for the RMR. One of the most important things, though, about a good holster is that it does not collapse. And this one, you know, I mean, it'll bend a little bit, but it will not be collapsed when you go to reholster your firearm, and the trigger guard is completely covered. On all of these, you can see there's trigger guard completely covered. It's real nice. It follows that trigger guard. There's no extra there. Both of those, real nice all the way around. Trigger guard is completely covered. There is nothing getting in there that can accidentally set your firearm off. I mean, evidently when you're reholstering, that's when you want to watch. That's usually the most dangerous time for a negligent discharge, something getting in there and then getting caught, but nothing will get into that trigger guard there. Something else that's kind of nice is you can offer it with the muzzle slightly wrapped, like these two are here. That keeps the hot gun off your leg when you're out doing some training, which on these two, I didn't plan on carrying a larger gun. This one, however, is open, and I could put a 17 in there if I wanted to. So you do have that option, be aware. You just request that when you're asking, tell them you want it either a slight wrap or you want it to remain open. And they all will accommodate if you have threaded barrel. I mean, they'll all. So something that's a must for me is having the ability to adjust the retention on my firearm. You know, I think that is huge now. I don't know why anybody would sell you a holster that doesn't provide some sort of retention on the mag and the gun itself. The big debate is, what is the appropriate retention? I don't know, this varies from person to person and situation to situation. You know, I like mine a little bit looser, like on this 26. And if I, you know, hold it upside down, it doesn't fall up. But if I give it a little bit of a shake, it's gonna come right out. I personally like mine a little bit looser. I think that, you know, again, to each his own. Some reviewers will show a holster and the gun turned over and it comes out, whether they just turn it over, they shake it out, and then the reviewer stating that the holster is garbage because of this. I don't know. I would say that's true for an outside the waistband holster or a non-adjustable retention holster, but in the waistband, especially appendix in the waistband, there will be added retention across this whole area here that's going to you know, with the belt, that's going to go ahead and give it a little extra retention. So I don't know, I guess unless you're planning on being shaken while you're upside down, I really would say that that's not really going to be an issue. I like mine a little looser. I think it aids in a quicker unholstering and getting your gun out without having that snag. This one here, I feel like I have it a little bit tighter because of the light. You can hear the pop and the click. More on this one. This one, it still clicks, but very loose. So you got to mess with that and see what you like. So since the inception of this holster, there were several clips that were used, and now he's currently only using this Raven clip. It's offered in a 1.5 or a 1.75 size, just depending on what belt you normally would wear, go with that size. Both of mine, or all of mine, are 1.5s. That's the belt that I use, and I think that's more the standard belt size that you're gonna find. What is super nice is it's secured on with this little knob right here. Essentially is what grabs it. And it fits right into that little bit of a curve there very nicely. And it really grips. I've been recently just trying out the Travax cinch belt, which if any of you checked out is super thin piece of webbing. It's probably half the thickness of most of the gun belts that you find out there. And I cannot get this clip to fail on it. It just grabs it perfectly. And then the other nice thing is for taking it off, it's got a little knob right here that sticks off the end, and it just makes it easy to pull it open and get the holster on and off. I don't know, I can't say enough about this clip. It really is nice. Some people run two. Mike does offer it. You can buy it with two clips here for that. If people really wanted to, I guess, feel like it's more secured in place. He recommends running with one clip. I would recommend running with one clip. I found that it is, I don't know, just much more comfortable because it can move a little bit inside your waistband there. I've never had it move enough to where I've gone to grip the gun and had the purchase switch dramatically, like where the thing was in there sideways or something. It really only moves a little bit, which I like. Something else you got to just play with when you get it. So the nice thing on these clips as well is there are 3 holes. And on this one, I have it a little bit higher. I want it to sit a little bit deeper in my pants, so that's how you adjust the ride height. And then on this middle one, I don't know if you can kind of see, it is slotted sideways, so that allows you to adjust the cant. And I have it loosened a little bit so I can show you. See, I mean, you can adjust the cant quite a bit. I like mine over like this because when it's in my pants, I like it to sit a little bit more canted on this one. So if you can see here, I think it'd sit a little bit like that instead of straight. Have it at about that, I don't know, whatever that 10 or 15 degree mark would be. So yeah, I find that using these smaller clips over the one small clip over two, or the larger 1.5 or 2-inch clips, it just allows for more adjustment throughout the day. Plus, it's easier to take on and off. And again, I haven't had it move, so that's something you just got to try and see what you personally like. So something that's really awesome right now, at least as of the making of this video, the lead time for these holsters, for a custom-made holster, is only 4 to 6 weeks. I think that's the typical, as far as what I can gather from Mike. He usually ships them USPS, priority mail, second day. You get a tracking number with that, and he'll go ahead and send an email along when it ships. The current pricing, again, as of this video, is about $150 to $160, depending on the gun, the kydex color and pattern, light bearing, how many clips, all that good stuff. I'll put a current list of the guns and the lights that he's doing holsters for down in the description. If you want to order or inquire, email him at mike@LLOD.us. You know, he's really great about responding and answering your questions or concerns throughout the process. So if there's anything you want to know more about, appendix style, or anything else, any other questions you have about the holsters, go ahead and inquire, email him, he'll answer it. Something that I did not mention, and I really think that it's worth special mention, is he offers 10% of all the proceeds to charity of his choosing currently. I know he's talking about developing possibly a list for future orders so that people can choose, but as of right now, he's putting 10% off to a charity of his choosing, which I think is awesome. That to me is huge. For him to do that really speaks to his character, and I don't know many other companies that are doing anything like that. So again, that's something worth special mention. All right, guys, that's it for this video. I hope you found it helpful in your search and decision making and that next holster purchase. And please go check Mike out over at Last Line of Defense, and email him to inquire and order one of these holsters for yourself. You won't be disappointed. It'll probably be the best holster you've ever owned. And if you liked what you saw in this video, please give it a thumbs up. Don't forget to like and share this video with someone that you think could use a awesome holster. And please subscribe to the channel so I can go ahead and keep making videos for you. All right, stay safe, be vigilant. We'll see you in the next one.